Good morning and welcome to my kitchen. It is that time of day again. I am here to cook. Now today's episode is all about breakfast and brunch. So no better time than 9 o'clock on a Saturday morning to start talking about breakfast. Now I don't know whether you've already had it or not, but for me, I am gonna make the most delicious baked porridge dish. So we're gonna flavor it with rhubarb. Do you have rhubarb in Spain, Carlos?
I've never seen rhubarb.
Have you ever tried it?
Yes, few times.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I don't dislike it. It's not like I'm a massive passionate about it. It's all right for me.
He's not passionate about it. For me, rhubarb, I love it. Absolutely love it. And this time of year, you've got the really nice, thin, forced rhubarb. So when I say forced rhubarb, it means it's grown in the dark and it grows to a light. So it grows really quickly. And if you go to the rhubarb triangle in Yorkshire, you'll go to these sheds. I think they're in Wakefield. And there's a one light in the shed and you can hear the rhubarb growing. It grows so quickly that you can hear it grow. It's amazing. There you go. I actually did a food festival once about rhubarb, Carlos, and I had the most incredible pork pie with rhubarb on top.
Ooh, nice.
It was so good. Anyway, I digress. So we're going to basically do a combination of rhubarb and Granny Smith apple. Now, I've selected Granny Smith apples because they're nice and tart and crisp, okay? And I want them to just sort of cut through. And that'll sit on the bottom and then we'll bake it with a beautiful sort of porridgey, porridgey, crumbly topping. It'll be really good. Okay, so let's get started. Enough talking. Sound good, Carlos? Do you have a bit of porridge for breakfast or not?
I used to.
Yeah.
Now because I rushed out of the house, I don't have anything.
Oh.
It's a really bad thing. But no,
Love
yeah,
a bit of
I like
porridge. Right, now, as many of you will know, I cannot resist peeling an apple in one go. So, I think my record's 4 live on camera. So let's see if we can equal it. Pip is already here by my side, aren't you, kid? Hey? You've heard the peeler. So that could mean apple or carrot, basically. She does like a bit of apple skin, don't you, Pip? Right. Look, Carlos. Look, this is a skill in itself, never mind a recipe. Being able to peel an apple in one go. There you go. How about that?
Impressive.
There you go, Pip. There's your bit. Right, okay, so now, I am a man, so I'm struggling to concentrate on, I get quite excited when I peel apples, because I think I'm going to go for a hat trick, and then I go for 4. So fingers crossed. Wish me every success. There you go. There's 2 in one go. Not sure how we're going to edit this, Carlos, because you're just going to cross-dissolve to me doing 4.
Just carry on.
I'm carrying on. Now, if you have any questions at all during today's program, please post them in the comments below, and I will help if I possibly can. And if it is anything about our equipment that we use, you all know I'm sponsored. 4th apple. All right, we're going for 4. I've got my hat trick. Never mind Ronaldo's hat trick last week. There's mine. Okay. I'm going for 4.
No pressure.
Oh. Right. I hit a little mogul. Little bump in the road there. Oh, Pip. Get off my feet. Yeah, if you have any questions at all, put them in the comments below and I will answer them as best. Oh no! Oh! Can you believe it? Epic fail.
Well, you did 3 and...
3.5. Oh, I'm not interested now. That's it. I'm done. Blooming apples. Right, we're going to have to get 4 one day. I'll put those to one side. I'm disappointed in myself. Peter. Right. If anyone can do 4 apples in one go, all credit to you. So, cut them into quarters. We're going to remove the core. Now, you want to cut the apples into quite small pieces because everything needs to cook together, okay? So I've got them into nice little pieces there. and you want the rhubarb and the apple to cook at the same time. So the rhubarb will be about twice the size of the apple, okay? So it's quite important that you do that, otherwise you just end up with a lot of pinky appley mush. You end up with apple sauce, okay? And I actually think this is a really good one. If you make enough for day 2, it's really nice, warmed up. Really nice, okay? I actually researched this. I found a recipe a little bit similar from Australia, and I've sort of tweaked it and played around with it a little bit to make it even more delicious. And it is a big hit in our house. Very popular. Great for breakfast, great for brunch. Do you know what? It even makes a pretty good pudding. Nice with a bit of ice cream. Okay? So it's an all-rounder. So I'm using the 20 centimeter cook's knife today, which is my kind of go-to knife, if I'm honest. I use it all the time for all sorts of things, and I do love this range of knives because they've got the sheath that goes in it, wherever I put it. It's got the built-in sharpener, so I know this knife is always sharp. Every time I take it out, every time I put it back in, it gets a little sharpened. And chefs notoriously will always sharpen their knives throughout the course of the day, all the time, in between every job, and then they know they've got a really sharp knife, which is really important. There you go. Are you ready? Good girl. Right, so just cut each quarter into 4 pieces and then dice it into little pieces again. Just means that they will cook nice and evenly. Do love a Granny Smith. Nice and sharp. Okay, so my apples can go in there. So I'm using one of the Masterclass non-stick trays, so I know everything's going to come out. It's important that you use. Now I've got loads of rhubarb here, quite possibly more than I need. But if you want the recipe, scan the QR code on the bottom. It will take you to masterclass.co's website, and you'll be able to get it there. And I think the recipe says 600, let me just check, 300 grams of rhubarb, okay? And that will serve 4, but I've doubled up because I wanted a bigger tray, okay? So, I actually quite like it. Do you like it raw?
I never tried it raw.
Oh, it's sour. Well, as a kid, we used to dip it in sugar and then eat it.
Oh, nice.
You want to try a piece?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just without the sugar.
No, you got to, no, mate.
Okay.
You're not going to not want the sugar. Here you go. Have a little dip while you're editing. Right. If only I could film the face he'll pull when he eats rhubarb on its own. Okay, so we're going to cut, these are about 1 centimetre slices. And again, as I said before, this is forced rhubarb, so it's nice and thin and it's tender. If you're watching this video and maybe later on in the year you're in the garden and you've got some rhubarb that's like a couple of centimetres thick, cut it long ways as well as into pieces because it'll be quite big. Whereas this is nice and tender. What are your thoughts?
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
It's good. Love rhubarb. Love it. I took rhubarb to California to cook with a couple of years ago. They really did not know what I was doing with this rhubarb. It was quite unfamiliar to them. They obviously don't have much rhubarb over there either. So, let's mix all this together. Apple and rhubarb, such a great combination. I actually think I'm going to have a little bit spare. So what I'm going to do for this tin is I'm going to take some out and put in my stainless steel Masterclass containers. I can actually cook stuff in this as well. So I can put the lid on and I can just make a little extra for another day. Okay, so we'll put those two to one side. Now, I've got my milk here. I've got a tablespoon of honey. So there's more in the recipe, but you just need to sweeten the milk up a little bit. There we go. And then we're going to add our vanilla. I'm going to extract. If If you like ginger, you could add a little bit of ginger actually, because that works really well with apple and rhubarb. Okay, so we're going to stir that together. And that goes over our apple and rhubarb, okay? Just to the surface, and then the other bit to go in that one. So this is going to allow our oats on the top to cook. Okay, so let's put those to one side. They're ready. Now, get my measure. Got a mixing bowl here. It's our smart space storage stuff. So, I've got my oats here. Now, these are large porridge oats, okay? So these are the good ones for heart health, okay? Because they're not milled, they're rolled, plain large oats. And then I have got chia seeds. So chia seeds are really, really good for you, okay? So I've got a couple of tablespoons of those going in. I have got my flaked almonds, so nuts, really good for you as well. Good source of energy and good fats, as they say. But I've also got some walnuts in there, and I've got some hazelnuts. So I do some work with California walnuts, so I always have a really nice supply of California walnuts that Carlos eats a lot of while he's working, don't you?
Yep.
Okay, so, and finally, the remaining honey from the recipe. So this is where it kind of becomes a bit flapjacky. Somewhere between, if we call it porridge, it sounds healthier, doesn't it, than flapjack? But it's kind of porridgey, it's kind of, and we're going to give that a really good mix together. Try and get that, it won't naturally want to mix that easily, all right? I'll warn you now. But give it some welly. Give it a really good mix around, and then we bring our fruit and milk back into shots. And then I am going to just lift it out with my hands, because it means that I can sort of distribute it at the same time. And just sit it nicely on top of the fruit. So the milk is going to sort of absorb and mix together with the fruit and bake beautifully. I'm going to grab my spare one as well and just distribute that one as well. Make sure we get a nice even amount. So we've got one for the freezer and we've got one for breakfast. So there we go. That will sit on there. This could be our new office breakfast, Carlos. Couldn't it?
Like it. Healthier.
Yeah. Right, just wash my hands. Okay, so oat mixture on the top now. I've got both of them. I've got one we're going to bake and put in the freezer for a rainy day. That's in my stainless steel container. And then I've got the other one which we're going to bake for the family now. So this is going to go in the oven 30 to 40 minutes. Now, at the recipe it says 180. I know my oven, so I'm going to put it in at 170, 30 to 40 minutes till the fruit's tender, the milk has been absorbed, and we have this lovely sort of flapjacky top. But we're calling it porridge, all right? So in it goes. Put that one in there, that one in there, and I'll see you in half an hour. Our crumble, porridge, flapjack, bake is ready. Smells delicious. Look at that. Now, that is a good looking breakfast if you ask me. The porridge has kind of crisped up at the top. Underneath, it has absorbed the milk and the honey and the vanilla, the rhubarb juice, it's given out its flavour, and the apple. It's just, this is a good breakfast. Time for some bowls, but I think we ought to give it a little taste first, make sure it's safe. Absolutely delicious. Oh, I've got hazelnut there. See, with the nuts as well, you're just gonna, oh, I've got walnut as well. Oh, I'm too excited, this is brill. That is a good recipe. Now, if you want the recipe for this, scan the QR code on the bottom so you can cook this amazing apple and rhubarb baked porridge dish. Super good for you, packed with seeds, nuts, oats, fruit. Great way to start the day. And remember, if you want to enter the competition, please comment, like and share this video with all your friends and family on Facebook. That will automatically enter you into this week's competition. And I'll be giving away some amazing Masterclass stainless steel storage containers that actually go in the microwave. Who knew? Can you see that, Carlos, on the bottom there?
Yep.
There, it tells you where they can be used. But you can use these in the microwave. They have changed my world in the kitchen, honestly. All that from a metal box. Now, thank you very much for watching. Remember, if you want the recipe, scan the QR code on the bottom. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you on the next recipe. Okay, continuing with the theme of brunch, we have got the most, I love this dish. I have been cooking this dish since I did my first TV program on Channel 4 12 years ago. Can you believe it? 12 years ago I did my first TV series called Lakes on a Plate, and I cooked this dish, and I am still cooking it today, and people love it and ask me about it. I get people on social media asking me or telling me they've made it and they still make it, so I thought I would share it. But it is a Chorizo and Egg Tortilla. So Carlos, I mean, this is right up your street.
Ish, yeah.
Bit Latin, bits. We're just deciding whether it's Spanish or Mexican, this dish.
I think it's more like a Mexican.
You think it? Yeah. But I tell you what, it's blooming delicious. Really, really good. But we're going to make it with duck eggs today. Now, duck eggs, for me, are absolutely delicious. Let me show you them. Do you have duck eggs?
I have them. They're more richer on flavour.
Yeah, there's more yolk and they are richer and very delicious. If you've never had them, try them. They're delicious. Brilliant for baking. My brother, who lives in North Yorkshire, has loads of ducks. Not really sure why, but he does. And he is constantly eating duck eggs, and they bake with them, and he swears by it. My mum went there the other week and baked a cake with them. Now that's, who said, who's more surprised, my mum baked or that she used duck eggs? Anyway, right, 2 duck eggs per person, all right? But you can totally use hen's eggs if you want. They will do exactly the same job. And if you're particularly hungry, go 3 duck eggs, 3 hen's eggs. So let's whisk those up. Now, over here, I have got my non-stick cast aluminium frying pan on a medium heat. Now, don't put any oil in your pan, leave it, let it get warm so it's ready to cook, all right? So let's season up. Really important to season up. Okay, so got a little bit of salt to go in there, not a lot, we don't need much, and then a little bit of black pepper. And then I'm going to add, now I've got this smoked chipotle paste, all right, and this is optional. So it's like a smoked Mexican chili paste. It's delicious. If you're having brunch and you need like a real oomph of sort of flavour and spice to wake you up a bit, this dish is totally it. So we'll whisk that up. And if you were making this for like 4 people, you obviously make one at a time, but you could mix all your eggs at the same time and just pour it out. Okay, now, coriander works incredibly well with eggs and chorizo, in my opinion. So I'm just going to take the stalk off, a little of the stalk, not a lot, because I'm going to use it. And then I'm going to chop the stalk. Can we see this all right, Carlos?
Yep.
Am I in the right place?
Yeah, you are.
It's a relief, isn't it? Okay, so I've got some stalk there, nice and finely chopped. I'm going to turn it round, and then I'm going to put some leaf in. The stalk has so much more flavour than the leaf. All right? But you don't want to overpower it, because you don't want it to just taste of coriander. Or cilantro, if you are the other side of the Atlantic. Okay, so in with my stalk and a little bit of the leaf. Okay. There's our egg mixture. Right, a little bit of olive oil, not a lot. What's that? Half a teaspoon maybe? Because it's so non-stick, I don't need much. If you want the recipe, scan the QR code along the bottom. It'll take you to masterclass.co. You can get this recipe. You can get all of my recipes there. There's loads of information about Masterclass, all the cookware. That's what I use in my kitchen, is Masterclass. It's incredible equipment. It really does give me confidence to just open the cupboards and cook, which is a great way to cook in my opinion, knowing that you've got really reliable equipment and things like that. So if you want to win this week's competition, make sure you comment, like and share in the feed below. That will enter you into this week's competition. And this week's competition, you'll win some of our stainless steel Masterclass containers, which are absolutely brilliant. Let me get a couple to show you. So, as you can see, I've got a few. Now, for me, these are game-changing because it means that I can prepare, I can cook, I can chill, I can freeze and store all my food. So leftovers, it's a dream. Doubling up, batch cooking, storing stuff in the fridge, it's great. You know, I could take a couple of chicken breasts in there, pour half a bottle of wine in there, clove of garlic, and just whack the whole thing in the oven. Got a nice sort of coq au vin style dish. So, you know, I could take this chorizo, I could add a tin of tomatoes, some olives, whack it in the oven, cook up a beautiful sort of Spanish-inspired sauce. Really, really easy. But if you want to win some of these, make sure you comment, like, and share this video with all your friends and family, please. It would be brilliant for me. And I will enter you into this competition. If you win, I will send you a message direct on Facebook letting you know you've won, and send me your address, and the beautiful people at Masterclass will send you some amazing products. Right, there is my little message. Done my work. Right, let's cook. So, you ready for this, Carlos?
Yep.
It's good. We've skipped lunch today for this reason. Okay, so I'm going to pour it in. Oh, that's a good sound. Okay, so can you see in the pan there, Carlos, for me? Yeah? You can see it starting to cook around the edges, which is exactly what we want. Now, get your chorizo. Now, you want it in these really thin little slices. You can buy it pre-sliced in the supermarket. And the reason why is the warmth gets through these really quick so that you get the flavour out. Now, in the recipe, I've put 4 pieces per person, but me and Carlos are greedy, so we're going to have more. All right? I'm just going to lay those on there, okay? Now, to serve this up in, we're going to serve it up. I'll put that little bit of coriander on top there because it seems like a gooder place to put it. Tortilla wrap, okay? Everyone has these now. Kids love them. Everywhere has them. 10-inch tortilla wrap. Okay, so let's just get myself a little implement. So because it's nice and non-stick, I can just run a silicone fish slice underneath it, knowing that it's going to come away really, really easy. All right? And now, if I give that a little shake, see? It's not going to stick. All right. Take your tortilla wrap. The egg is nearly cooked. Once I pop that tortilla wrap on there, that will trap the heat in. All right? It will finish the cooking process. So I'm going to switch it off. We're done. That's it. So if you fancy cooking this, and for more than one person, you could just start your production line, get everything ready, get plates ready, get wraps ready, get your egg mixture ready, your sliced chorizo, and you are good to go. But you can see that is moving around. All I need to do is turn it over like that, and that's it. Okay, it's ready. Ready to serve. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of watercress, so a nice sort of peppery leaf. You don't have to, but I just fancy it. I think it'll work nicely. And I'm going to continue my education with Carlos and HP sauce. I will get in there eventually. HP is the perfect combination of flavours to go with this. I'm sorry, red does not cut it. It's for kids. Brown's for grown-ups. All right? You know I'm right, Carlos. A little bit of brown sauce in there. You need 2 doses. You need 1 dose in it and 1 dose to dip. All right, so we're just going to roll. Can we see this all right, Carlos?
Perfectly.
Oh, over we go, over we go. Look at that. It's a thing of beauty. It's like, if you were in America, it'd probably be a breakfast burrito, this, I think. And I know we have viewers over in America as well. We have viewers in Australia. We have viewers all over the UK, which is absolutely amazing. So thank you very much for watching. Super appreciative. And then let's cut that in half. Oh, look at that. Can we see that, Carlos?
Yeah.
Are you excited?
I am.
You're excited. Are you excited about brown sauce?
Not 100% about the brown sauce,
Well,
but I'm excited.
you haven't got a choice.
I know, too late.
It's only brown sauce in my kitchen. Red sauce goes next door. There we go. That's it. Brown sauce. We're going to double dip. All right. So. Oh, that looks good. Carlos, you're going to love this. I'm going to have to eat it twice before I tell you how good it is. That's how good it is. Oh, let me finish. That is so delicious. Honestly, the chorizo, just the smokiness of it just comes right through. It is such a simple, easy recipe to do. Please make sure you try it. It is delicious, so quick and easy. Thank you very much for watching. Now, please remember, if you want the recipe, scan the QR code along the bottom. It'll take you to masterclass.co. Get all my recipes there. From the past 18 months, you can get them all there. And if you want to enter this week's competition, so if you want to win some amazing Masterclass stainless steel storage containers that go in the microwave, all right? They go in the oven, they go in the microwave, they go in the freezer. They're brilliant. These have changed my kitchen habits so much. I absolutely love them. If you want to win these, make sure you like, share, and comment in the video below. In this video, and it will automatically enter into a competition. I will draw a random winner next week, and I'll message you if you've won. Send us your address, and the good people at Masterclass will ship you out some amazing stainless steel storage containers to use in your kitchen. So thank you very much for watching. I am going to make another one of these for Carlos because I've eaten this one. But thank you very much. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next episode.